It's Mark Henry again. I'm going to show you how to properly install the Gen A zero contact double screw and housing. But I got a funny story for you. I was recently at a large customer of ours' plant, and one of the maintenance guys said, "We got a special term for that new zero contact screw and housing you got." And I said, "Oh yeah, what's that?" He said, "It's the Gen A." I said, "What?" He goes, "Forrest Gump, Gen A." So we now laugh about our Gen A zero contact screw and housing, but I'm going to show you how to install it right now. So first and foremost, very, very important, on a serious note, before you ever put a new screw and housing in any VEMAG that you have to validate that double screw drive. Very, very important. We always send the instructions on how to check those shafts. Make sure the machine's disconnected, locked out. You reach in, you grab the shafts, you rotate right to left radially, and you grab the shafts and pull and push. There should be no play in those drive shafts whatsoever. The front faces of the shaft, if you could take a small parallel block or something like that and put across the faces with the shafts in a horizontal position, put that parallel block or a straight edge across those shafts and make sure that there's no wiggling. They have to be absolutely in line, and they cannot be offset in any way. Those faces have to be perfectly lined up, or you will jeopardize damaging your brand new screw and housing. Very important concept here and information. So make certain that you check that double screw drive. And if you have any questions, call us and we'll be happy to step you through it. We have the instructions on our website, dhenryandsons.com, as well. We have a video that shows you how to check that. First and foremost, we're going to take our housing. This is our cross tie front cavity of the housing. And you're just going to slide this in slowly. And then it lines up with the pin, so it completely bottoms out. So now we're going to go ahead and install the double screw. There's the drive end. And you want to make sure that the left screw is on the left. There's a big L engraved on it. And when we're running these in or breaking these in, we want to make sure that we put a good coat of food grease on these. And I always take my finger and put a good amount of grease and put it between the flutes, because the food grease is sticky, and if it gets on the outside diameter, it just goes together more difficult. So just put it down here in the flutes all the way along the screw on both sides and go ahead and assemble. I'm not doing it just for demonstration purposes. Sometimes you have to make another attempt at it. There it goes. See, when the drivers line up with the shafts, everything just slide right in. That was a good illustration of what happens sometimes if you get them off and you get out of sync. Just pull it out, reassociate it, and then it should just fit right in, no problem. Okay? So screws in, housing's in. So next, we want to install the step bolts. We always like to put a good coat of food grease on the threads. So the right bolt has an R engraved on the front of it. That's going to go on the right side. So remember this, the right bolt has a left-hand thread. So you're going to basically loosen it to tighten it. Go ahead and put that in. Your left bolt has an L engraved on the front of that. That has a regular right-hand thread. And the reason we have different thread directions is because each screw turns a different direction. So we have to make those to where they constantly tighten up if something is to happen. We don't want them to back out. So, and then on that, you're just going to take a regular, this is a 5/8 inch end wrench. And you can just basically snug these up. They don't need to be tight. Just snug them. And next, you want to take your cross tie. We have an arrow on the front facing up. It says front. And the back of the cross tie has a chamfer on these posts right here. So that goes in front and then up. And you also want to take some food grease and grease the bolts. Just a light coat. Again, I'm not going to do it for demonstration purposes. And then you just take this and press it in place. Just like that. And then you would take your horn holder, put your horn holder on here, tighten up your ring nut, and run the machine at, usually we recommend about 30% speed for 20 to 30 minutes. And then you're going to basically follow these same steps to disassemble and pull it all out. I can show you how you do that. Got a T-handle here. You're just going to thread this in on the left bolt. And then you're going to pull it just like that. Pull your cross tie off. You can remove the bolts. Remember, the right bolt has a left thread, and the left bolt has a standard right-hand thread. Remove that. Remove that. And then pull the screw that's going to have grease on it because you're going to be breaking it in. Remove your screw for sanitation. And then reach in carefully. Pull the housing out. This is our Ergo housing, so it's nice and light. And you're good to go. That's for the sanitation. So that's basically how you assemble, disassemble our Gen A zero contact screw and housing assembly for break-in. And after that, you can assemble it, put it together, light coat of food grease on it, and then off you go for production. Thanks for watching.